How do you recognize bullying?
How do we recognize bullying? That's a really good question. I think bullying is when one person intimidates, harasses, abuses another person, either verbally, physically, mentally, using any kind of medium. I think now they've got cyberbullying, where people are intimidated or demeaned, belittled online, where not only are you being bullied in a physical space, you're now being bullied publicly and humiliated. So I think it's any way in which you're disrespecting another person and trying to show dominance over someone else.
Can you talk about your experience with bullying?
Yes. I was bullied in every year. I went to school in elementary and middle and high school, and in elementary and middle school, I think the bullying was verbal and physical. And physical would be like shoving, pushing. High school, I was locked in a band locker and left there until a custodian came to rescue me out of the locker. And in high school, it was more intimidation. It was verbal bullying. It was also physical. There was an incident where a student glued my hair to my desk, and I had to use scissors to cut my hair off the desk. And just not being included, and people making fun of my appearance. I had very thick glasses, I had braces, I had acne, I wore clothes that weren't very stylish because my family did not have a lot of money and resources, and people made fun of me, and it was extremely hurtful.
How do you recognize bullying?
How do you recognize bullying? Well, that's kind of a tough one. There's no actual way how to recognize it, because usually it just looks like friends hanging out with each other, joking about. But when they start to pick on one friend in particular, you can't really sense it because it just looks like friends joking around. But yeah, that's mainly bullying. It just looks like kids joking around. That's why no one really steps up and talks as much.
Can you talk about your experience with bullying?
My experience with bullying. Alright. I used to hang around with these guys. I thought they were my real friends, but turns out I was just playing house all along. The worst thing I remember would have to be when they chased me into a ditch and threw rocks at me. I thought they were my friends, but when that happened, it just clicked that you guys aren't my real friends. They're always putting me down, telling me I can't do things. That's why I said that. It's like friends joking around. You don't see it, but it hurts.
When students come to you when they are being bullied, what steps do you take to fix the issue?
Well, one of the first things that I look at when a student's being bullied is whether it is physical bullying, if they're physically being harassed or anything, or if it's more of an emotional or using words, or even now we have a lot of cyberbullying. So looking at what type of bullying it is would be the first thing I do. And based on that, I would take the steps necessary. For example, if it's cyberbullying, then the first step would be to get screenshots or things like that of what is going on. If it was physical or confrontational or things like that, one of the first things is talk to the student being bullied, and then also call the bully in, try to communicate with them, and I think communication would be the first step in trying to figure out how this can be resolved.
How do you recognize bullying?
There are a lot of different types of bullying, like I said in my previous answer. So physical bullying is the easiest, I think, to recognize. If someone is physically attacking you, then obviously that's bullying. I think emotional bullying or verbal bullying is a little bit more hard to recognize. If one person is in one way or another hurting another person or making another person feel uncomfortable or feel hurt by what they're saying, I consider that bullying. And that this can be in person, or this can also take place with social media or through text messages these days.